Man, what's up, fight fans and family? It's the man Stan, and you watching Stand on Business Boxing. So today, man, I want to talk to y'all about the recent news of Connorbenn just been thrown to the mix. This weekend is supposed to be a great fight between Hitchkins and Zapata at 140. And Connorbenn has just been thrown onto the undercard under everybody's nose. This is a problem. This is a big problem. It's something to be talked about. If you don't know about the story of Connorbenn, he's been having a rough time in the boxing world. Recently, he popped dirty for drugs about a year ago. He was supposed to fight Chris Eubank Jr. in a highly anticipated match at a catchweight at 157 over in the UK. So basically, about a week out, he popped dirty. He popped dirty for a drug called clomiphene. Clomiphene, if you don't know about it, I'll give you a little rundown. It's basically a booster for testosterone in males. So if you think about testosterone and what a testosterone does for an adult male or anybody in justice, testosterone is going to increase your strength, endurance, and focus leading up into a big match. So of course it's something that's illegally banned in the sport of boxing. But to say the least, yeah, Connorbenn popped for that drug, and he doesn't pop not once, but he popped 2 times. He popped first by a WBC mandated VADA test, and nobody found out about that. That was a month before he popped dirty for the one ordered for the bout. And that just highlights the problem, the ongoing problem with drugs in pro sports. This has been a battle that boxing has been fighting for a while, and I have to be honest, man, I feel like they're losing this battle. So if you don't know about Connorbenn and Chris Eubank Jr., they're the sons of Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank, the first. Those are 2 highly glorified, legendary boxers from the UK. Both held titles at middleweight and super middleweight. So everybody had, put 2 and 2 together, or at least the boxing world did, and they had a legendary rivalry. So they put 2 and 2 together, say, man, they got 2 sons right now who are competing at a very high level. Why not keep it going and pit the 2 against each other? They tried to do that, and the man popped twice for clomiphene. So we've been going back and forth in the boxing world. He's been trying to prove his case that, he never took nothing, and he maintains to this day that, he never took anything illegal, nothing in his system. And when asked why he popped dirty twice, he said, man, he blamed it on some eggs. Yeah, that's right, some eggs. Some eggs you would eat at breakfast, some eggs that you can put into a scramble or an omelet or something like that. That's how the substance got in his system. To say the least, everybody saw through that, and he was lying. But now, fast forward to this weekend's on the Hitchkins versus Zapata card. He's supposed to be fighting a guy at 154 named Aroka. So I butcher his name. It's something like that. Not too big of a name in boxing, decent fighter. He got a bunch of nobodies on his resume. Just somebody to get his feet wet. But I'm not rocking with that. And the boxing world isn't either. We took a notice that he's still banned in the UK. He's still banned in the UK. He doesn't have a boxing license because he was taking banned substances. And this is the issue. Because when you, as a pro boxer, jump in this ring and decide to fight, you're making a conscious decision that I might not come out here the same. If you don't know about how brutal a sport boxing can be, just look up Gerald McClellan. Look up Adonis Stevenson. And when you add illegal substances that boost strength, power, endurance, and senses, you're basically asking for trouble. And for a guy to willingly take that, knowing that the dangers associated with, jumping in a ring and fighting somebody, I feel like you have no respect for your opponent or the sport of boxing. And that's my take on that. But to say the least, he's been awarded a boxing license by the Florida Boxing Commission. And it's something to be said about that. We know for a fact that he can't fight in the UK. He can't fight in the UK because he tested positive for those banned substances. So the only reason he's able to fight over here in the US and be on the undercard of Hitchkins versus Zapata is because he supplied the Association of Boxing Committees 2 negative samples for drugs. So basically, it's not in his system. And they also plan on testing him after the fight with Oroxo. But ABC took him off the suspension list, and the Florida Boxing Commission allowed him to get a Florida boxing license, and that's how he got on this undercard this weekend. This is a slap in the face of, you know, how great a sport of boxing is supposed to be. You know, this has been just an ongoing problem in general. If you don't know some history, Oscar Valdez, he fights under Golden Boy, and he's part of the Canelo Alvarez camp. He popped it dirty for a title fight. He had a defense against, I want to say, Robson Conceição. Tested dirty, and he found a loophole in the system, or they allotted him to explain himself. And just by explaining himself, he was able to jump in the ring with another grown man, another pro boxer, knowing how dirty this game can be, knowing how dangerous this game could be, and defend his title. To say the least, the man lost the fight convincingly, and they still awarded him the dub. So you telling me a man can train for an 8-week boxing camp, prep to fight the biggest fight of his life, figure out that his opponent is taking an illegal substance, the opponent be awarded a passage to fight you, you win the fight, and you still don't get the nod? That just tells you right now that boxing ain't in the best place when it comes to integrity. And Connorbenn has now been able to fight, well, he's going to be able to fight this weekend under the Hitchens-Zapata card. Now, I don't know exactly how it's going to affect viewership. I don't know exactly how it's going to affect who tunes in, but masking this issue under a good fight like a Hitchens-Zapata doesn't sit right with me, because it's like basically, you know, you covering up the integrity of the sport. You know, we want to see the Hitchens versus Zapata fight. Why throw Connorbenn, who's banned in his own country in boxing, on a card like that? You're forcing us to watch something that we don't really want to administer in. And it's something to be said about Eddie Hearn in that. You know, he's defending Connorbenn, saying, you know, oh, well, he submitted 2 negative drug tests to the boxing commission over here, and that's why he allowed to fight. But he's giving no comment on why the UK hasn't lifted suspension. I'm happy that they're going to test him right before the fight and after, but still, we don't even have answers on why he's not allowed to fight over in his own country. But I just wanted to speak on that issue, man. Let me know what you guys think about it. And do you think it's cool for him to be able to fight over in the US, even though he's still suspended in the UK? Or do you think that we should be keeping him banned too? Or at least wait until his own country lifts the suspension? That's all I had to say about that, man. Didn't sit right with me, so I had to cover it. Looking forward to the Hitchens versus Zapata fight this weekend, but I think I won't be tuned in to the Connorbenn fight. Left a bad taste in my mouth. I won't be contributing to that card, or not that card, but that fight. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Once again, it's the man Stan. I'll be back with another video soon. Like, share, subscribe, hate, comment. But let me know your thoughts. Peace out.